Hey everyone, we are so excited to have you today. We are going to be talking about how we holiday shop because those days are coming. Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard, and yet in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Angela Reeder.
And I'm Jessie Valle. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast. Hello.
Hello. So if you're listening to this the day that it comes out, tomorrow is Thanksgiving for those of us in the United States that celebrate, which means the day after tomorrow is Black Friday for everyone, everywhere, apparently. I have learned over the last few years.
Okay, Black Friday and yet.
And
the
yet.
shopping starts early. I actually, so Angela and I are recording this 2 weeks ahead of time. Yay us.
Yeah.
And I swear I just saw a note like yesterday that said the Walmart Black Friday shopping starts today for their Plus members. Now, actually, I think that's kind of smart on Walmart's part because that's kind of something similar to what Amazon does, which is allowing Prime members early access to deals.
That's true.
And there are certain lightning deals, on Amazon that they go fast. They have a limited quantity. And if the Prime members use it all up, the general public never gets those deals.
Yeah, never gets it.
It depends on what it is, but sometimes I see things go super fast. Angela and I just thought if we could share some of our tips and tricks for holiday shopping in general, not just this upcoming Black Friday, Cyber Monday, although it's when I typically try to do the bulk of my shopping, to be honest. But just in general.
Yes, I have thoughts every year on Black Friday. I have thoughts. So one of the things that I have to share because I get excited about it and people always think it's a good idea whenever I share it is, I'm sure you have already for the last week or so been getting emails about Black Friday sales. Jessie just mentioned one. So what I do, especially like right before Thanksgiving, is I will set a filter in my email. So anything that says Black Friday or sale or discount all gets dumped into one Black Friday folder, completely skipping my inbox so that I can go through and at my own pace check out the sales without it flooding my inbox and me having 57 emails at a time trying to sort through which ones are actual emails and which ones are just sales emails.
Yeah.
And every year it works. And every year I am entirely amused by how many sales emails I get in the few days over Black Friday and Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I actually have an entirely separate email inbox just for those types of promotions. So like depending who I'm talking to depends on the email address I give, right? So if I'm at a store or signing up for any sort of shopping experience, I use a certain email address. And then if it's something actually personal or a person or something, I use a different one. And then if it's business, I use a different one. Actually, if it's business, I have like 4 or 5 different email addresses. We just go with it. But that has helped me so that I know if I want to do anything promotional, shopping, this and that, I just go to that one email inbox and it's all there anyway.
Yeah. Yep. It has been a game changer for me. And I still get to see the emails. Like I'm not completely ignoring them. So I'm not missing out on deals. I just don't have to wade through all of the sales emails to get to the actual business emails or personal emails.
Yeah. No, that's smart.
Which is really nice.
I love setting filters. And I found recently I was getting some from someone in a business. They were sending promotional emails and the personal emails, like from their admin, from the same email address. And so when it would come into me, I just assumed they were all promotional, even though there were a few in there that were actually important.
Yeah.
Personal emails with personal, like something I needed to read, I missed all of them. So
Yeah.
what I ended up doing was filtering by the assistant's name.
Mhm.
And so anything that came in with her name would get starred and marked so that I wouldn't miss it. And any of the
Yes.
promotional stuff wouldn't say her name, so it was totally fine. So I live and die by email filters for sure.
Email filters are amazing. They're
Mhm.
definitely the way to go.
I just like that in Gmail specifically, there's a way to click all mail so that
Mm,
you can see everything at once if you want without
yeah.
going into specific folders. I have
Yeah,
to do
I
that
do like that
sometimes when
too.
I'm looking for a certain email and I can't find it. Like, I don't know
Yes,
what folder I
exactly. I'm
put it
like,
in.
"Where did it
So
go?"
it can be bad thing too if I filter into folders too much.
Yeah. So do you have, like, a specific strategy for shopping for holidays, or
Yeah, I'm a list person. So I've tried a few different apps. Let me see if I can find the one I've been using the last couple years. It's called Gift List, Christmas Gift List. Although, yeah. Oh my gosh, it says 48 days till Christmas. I gotta get on
I
that.
know, right?
Oh my, oh my. It's even less when you're listening to this. um, but what's really nice is so I can let's see
Is it
how
this
I can
one?
explain this.
Oh, you can't see my
Yes, it
screen.
is. It is. Yes.
Okay. I would say
hmm
that's the one I've used the last couple
I
years.
feel like you and I found it a couple years ago and we decided to give it a try.
Yes.
So what's really cool about this one, Gift List, is I can the updates that have been made, I can not only just list all the people, but I can put them in categories. So for me, I have my husband's family grouped. So it's like a filter. I can click and just see all my husband's family, or click and I can just see all of my family. And then I have quote unquote extra. So those are all the
Yep.
friends and of the family or the teachers for my kids. And then I have one called us. So I click and it's me, my kids, my husband. And it's really nice. You can put not just what you bought them, but you can also put ideas. So throughout the
Mhm.
year, when I hear like a niece or nephew say something, I'm like, ooh, that's a good idea for Christmas. I will come into the app and I'll put it down as an idea
Yeah.
so that come time for their birthday or Christmas, I have at least an idea of what they're interested in that particular year. Because we all know kids change pretty quickly what
Oh,
their
yeah.
interests are, especially when they're younger. So the other cool thing is you can do all the way down to if the status is an idea, if it's purchased, if it's arrived, and if it's
Yep.
wrapped.
Yes.
So
That
what's
is
real
my personal favorite.
yeah, I actually like that because I do use those as I order things and
Mhm.
I don't necessarily put purchased and arrived. I just say purchased. But
Yeah.
once it is wrapped, I make a note because sometimes you know how it goes. Christmas presents end up all over the house. And it's
Yes.
like, gosh, did I actually find that and wrap it? This will let me know. And it tracks it all on my
Yeah.
phone.
I use the Arrived because I do a lot of online shopping for Christmas.
hmm
So just because I bought something doesn't mean that I actually have it with me yet. And especially, how shipping can get around Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
hmm
So I try to,
The,
make a point to do that.
yeah, the other really cool
Oh,
thing I like is you can archive the lists. So,
yes. I was just going to say, did you know
yeah.
you can archive lists?
So I can go back. So 2 years ago, I can see that I bought my one nephew a solar power bank. Cool. I should not buy him that this year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I bought this person, I don't know, some popcorn. Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe not buy them popcorn again. So that's really cool is to go back. And I can also see my um, ideas too. They're still
Yeah.
here in the archives. So I can go back and just view it and say, ooh, this one was very interested in paint by sticker.
Yeah.
So maybe since it's only been a year, she might be still interested in it. I know she's crafty. Maybe I could do that again. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the ideas. And I've just
Yep.
talked a
I
lot
like that
about
you
this
can set
particular app.
I know. I like that you can set a budget for each person too.
Yes, you can set budgets and then you can actually track how much you're spending. I
Mm-hmm.
don't personally use that feature, but I know that it's there and it could be super helpful.
Yeah.
Let me see
Yep.
if I can.
I really like that is my favorite app at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. I was just trying to look because I know there's a lot. Okay, so it's called Christmas Gift List Tracker by Christmas List Organizer. It's kind of reddish and it's got a present on it.
Present on it.
I wonder if I can. I'm gonna try to send the. Oh, here, copy link. I wonder if we can link it in the show notes. I wonder if that would
Ooh,
work.
yeah.
But it's super simple and it's free.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
Yes.
So yeah, it's definitely a budget tracker too when it comes to Christmas or any gifts. Like I said, it is Christmas gift, but I like to track birthday presents too because I have
Yeah.
a lot of nieces and nephews and just it gets to a point where I'm like, "Wait, did I buy that or did I just think about buying that for them?"
Yeah. I do that sometimes with my kids because our kids' birthdays are all right in a row, which you
Mhm.
would think would make it easier to remember what you bought each kid. But inevitably, we will get to like the last kid and be like, what did we buy?
Mhm.
The other two? How much did we spend on that?
Another thing that's not necessarily about the app, but this is just for shopping for my kids in general, is I follow the rule of the four. This is like my favorite little jingle. You buy them something to, yeah, something to, no, something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read.
Yeah.
And so I try to definitely, I mean, I'm a mom, I spoil my kids. You get them a couple things they want. But I try to hit those four categories. So I know that
Yeah.
they always get something they want, but they also get something they need. That's when they usually open up like socks and they're like, cool, thanks, mom. But then there's something to wear. So, yes, maybe a PJ set or,
Right.
kids grow all the time. So it's really nice. Hey, here's just a cool new top with the character you
Yeah.
really like on it right now.
Yeah.
And then something to read. So just fostering that lifelong learning. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a fiction or a nonfiction book. I just always try to get my kids at least one book.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the four categories I make sure to hit up for my kids each year.
Yeah. One thing that I've done in past years, which is kind of helpful, I guess, this close to Black Friday, but more if you shop after Black Friday, is whenever I get the toy catalogs for Christmas, because, Amazon sends one out. I think Walmart sends one. Our
Mm-hmm.
local store sends one. I just have my kids go through and like circle and initial what they want. And then I hang on to them. I use that for Christmas shopping, but I hang on to them for like birthday shopping too.
Oh, that is smart.
Yeah.
My Uh, we do that too. I kind of just handed it to the kids and let them look through it. But also my sister-in-law asked my one daughter, "Can you make me a list of the things you want?" And so she just like made a huge list and I took a
Yes.
picture of it.
Nice.
So,
My
I
kids
mean,
are so bad at lists.
yeah.
So it's easier. That's another thing. It's easy then too when family says like, what do they want for Christmas? I can just start flipping through and be like,
Mhm.
well, this thing and this other thing. And I can
Yeah.
tell them where it is too. Be like, well, Amazon has this thing and Walmart has this other thing.
Mhm. Yeah, the only downside to that is sometimes they want like every single thing and they think they're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to get every single thing.
Yeah. My youngest for 2 or 3 years in a row circled every single thing in
Mhm.
the last year. I had to be like, I need you to circle just the things that you really, really want, because if I don't know what you really, really want, you're
Yeah.
not going to get it. So she's finally kind of gotten the hang of that. But
Yeah. I will say that I do the bulk of my shopping Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
I do
I
not.
I like to think that the best deals are going to be Black Friday. So I'm not one of those people that's like, "Oh, let's wait till Cyber Monday to see if there's a better deal." Because
Right.
honestly, when you calculate it at the end of the day, the better deal might be $1.
Yeah.
So to me, it was more important to just knock it off my list and be done, even if I paid $1 more.
Yeah. One of the things that I've done the past several years is if there are things that I want to keep an eye out for on Black Friday, like if I want new pots and pans for the kitchen or
Mhm.
things like that, I'll make a list and then I will go online and see what the prices are like now before Black Friday. That way I
Mhm.
know what kind of deal I'm getting on Black Friday.
That's really smart.
Because a lot of times it's not really, like you said, it's like $1
Mhm.
less. Or, and especially for the in-store stuff, I don't really do a lot of in-store Black Friday shopping, but I've done that for some of the in-store stuff. Like it's not worth going and fighting those crowds for $2 off a thing
Mhm.
just because it says it's a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, the I I'm the type of person that will hit up a store if I decide to even go. I'll hit up a store several hours after to see what's left because
Yeah.
sometimes Walmart especially will even mark it down even more.
Yeah.
I'm like, people fought to get it at a certain
Yeah, to get
price,
a
and yet
deal.
it's even less now a few hours later. Like
Yeah.
I've snagged those Rubbermaid containers, like the
Yes.
food leftover containers, for super cheap because they didn't realize they were going to have a whole mountain of them left,
Yeah.
and they needed to get rid of them. So that was nice one year. But yeah, one year it's ridiculous what I've seen where people will literally, I was standing in front of some bed sheets one year and they said go. People grabbed them and then was like, I have a king who wants to swap. I need a
Yeah.
full. And like they were swapping. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This is
Right?
ridiculous. And then I just realized that the last couple years, they've been having the same deals online as in the store.
Yeah.
Before it was even better deals in the store, so you'd want to go.
Yeah.
Now, I think the stores are just like, I don't care where you buy it. I just want you to buy it
Yeah, as
from
long as you
me.
buy it. Yeah.
From me. um,
Yes.
so it's yeah. I like to have my list and
Mhm.
kind of just think about certain people as I'm flipping through. I will flip through Black Friday deals. I don't
Yeah.
always
I
search ahead
will.
of time. Like I'll be like, "Oh, it's Amazon's Black Friday. Cool." I go on Amazon and I just look at all the deals. And hopefully something sparks. Ooh, that would be really good for that person.
Yeah.
I like to have a general idea, but I'm just not that good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. But yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways to approach that. And I definitely will like scroll around the Black Friday deals for Amazon and other stores online because
Mhm.
like you said, they're getting to where they're just as good online as
Mhm.
they are in the store. And you still have to, a lot, especially Amazon, because they have their lightning deals that a lot of times are only for a certain amount of time, or they only have a certain amount that they're selling at that price. So you do still have to be a little kind of on it and competitive, but it's so much better than having to fight through crowds at the store.
I know. Just normal shopping. I went to a Walmart. I mean, it's no secret here on this podcast that I have been doing grocery pickup since the pandemic, and I will never look back. So I actually went to Walmart to pick up a few things, and I literally got anxiety. Like, I almost had a panic attack in the middle of Walmart just on a normal weekday evening. I'm like, I just can't do crowds anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot.
It was a lot. So I was just like, nope, this just affirmed to me I do online shopping.
Yes. Yeah.
Unless it's like one specific thing I need, I will go to the store. But if it's like, hey, let's just go and get a whole bunch of things. No, I can't do it anymore.
We actually have a running joke in our house that inevitably there's going to be something that we run out of on Black Friday that will lead to me having to go into a store on Black Friday. Like, not for any of the deals, not like, for anything like that. We've run out of milk, and I have to go get milk, and I have to go into the store, and I have to fight all the crowds for a gallon of milk. Inevitably, no matter how much I plan or how hard I try.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, last question here, Angela.
Okay.
Do you plan on going to any Black Friday stores or anything this year?
Not any of the physical stores. I tend to avoid them. I actually haven't been physical Black Friday shopping in like 11 years almost.
Wow.
And it was the only time I went. I went on a Thursday night. I went like Black Friday, Thanksgiving night to be there. And that was the same year my sister-in-law has a heart condition. That was the same year we kind of found out she had that. And I was having complications. I was big pregnant with my middle. And I was having kind of complications. And so the family was like taking bets on which one was going to pass out and have an ambulance called. We both made it. It was great. But I was like, I'm not doing this anymore ever again. I can't. We went to like 4 stores. I'm not a big shopper anyway. I went because I was invited and, I was trying to be social, but I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I'm going to any stores this year. However, I will carve out time to sit there and scroll through the online deals.
Definitely doing the online shopping. I will be on my computer, not working, but most of the day Friday, and then probably and then probably on Monday as well. Now, our town has a lot of small local businesses, so I may go out on Saturday to support for Small Business Saturday, because a lot of our stores will have like little, not huge discounts, but like little discounts on stuff for Small Business Saturday, and I like to support our like local owned stores. But yeah, it's really crazy. It gets really crazy. Every year I'm just fascinated by watching people fight for 10% off.
Yeah,
which if you're talking about like a $1,200 TV is a really good deal, but if you're talking about like a $4 pen, it's not as exciting.
Fair enough. And I like doing the small business shopping for like the adult gifts.
Yes.
When it comes to kids, it's usually easier to do the big box stores.
A lot
online. But for adults, I like doing those little small business niche type things.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, how do you Black Friday shop and holiday shop? Let us know. We are always down for a new good secret tip.
Yes.
So let us know on Instagram. We are at Marketing Moms Podcast. And we will see you next week. Happy shopping.
Happy shopping.
Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're ready for next steps, free goodies, and more, head over to marketingmomspodcast.com.
We'll see you next week.